guys, here's what we're making today. The Brunette by Shambala. This is a recorded version of the live that I did earlier, just a few days ago. I had to do that in two parts because I needed to correct something and it took a lot of time. So here it is. This one is in purple shimmer. This is from Bodio. This stripe is from Sewing Room of Gardner. I don't think she has it any longer. But you have a zipper pocket here, a slip pocket under your magnetic snaps. Huge. And then you have another huge zipper pocket here. You have an adjustable crossbody. You have a zipper placket. And then you have a zipper with overlay on the inside and tons of room. Tons of room. I used Luxe bonded nylon for the lining. It just gives it a nice feel. All black hardware on my website. A very, very cute bag. This one is available on my website for sale. So let's get started. Hi everybody, this is Barbie with Jeannie's Designs. And I'm getting ready to do the recorded version of the Brunette. So I'm going to start, you'll see the completed project before this clip, but I'm starting with my strap, which is going to be a 3/4 inch strap. And I divided it down the middle, added some double-sided tape, and we're just going to fold that in, and I am going to do this on fast forward. All right, so I put the strap in on, 3/4 inch strap ins, which I sell on my website. I love those little guys. A wide mouth 3/4 inch strap adjuster. And now I'm going to put a rivet on here. Okay. If I can find them. Okay. Add a swivel clasp. Make sure you got it on there right, up and through the slide adjuster. I'll press my rivets when I get them both on. Okay. Add my other swivel. Make sure it's on there right. Okay, I'm just making sure nothing's twisted. Grab my tiny screws. fold this over and add another hole for a rivet. And I'll go press those, and we just finished our strap. This purple, you guys, it's from Bodio. Gorgeous. All right, let me go. All right. So we did our strap. This is just gorgeous. I can't. Bodio, and I don't remember how much it was, but their prices are really pretty good. All right, so there's our strap all done. Now we're going to do our flap. So I just have it right sides together. And, you know, I did this last time. I'm going to put my magnetic snaps on first. So let's do that. Let's do that first, so we don't have to struggle with that. No need to struggle in bag making if you don't have to. Okay. That's what I say. And I've already got some stabilizer on here, so I'm just going to leave it at that. This is pretty thick vinyl, so it doesn't really need it anymore. Okay, I'm going to use my little male portions here. Find my slits here. And I'm going to add little pieces of fleece just to cover that. So it doesn't rub on my other side. Okay. There we go. All right, now let's put it together. So there's the snaps, right sides together. And we're going to stitch around, leave the straight edge open so we can turn it. All right. Okay, and I am going to use my pinking shears around the corners. And the rest I'll just leave alone. All right, let's turn it. This vinyl is from Sewing Room of Gardener. I don't think she carries it anymore. It's really nice stuff, though. She'll probably get back into it someday, eventually. She carried some really unique things, which was good, you know. Nice. Okay, let's top stitch and close off that top turning hole. Okay. Isn't it pretty? I just love it. All right, next step. All right, so take your flap and your front top panel, right sides together, and we're going to baste those in place, centered. Okay. Okay, so you should see your magnets. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Oh my gosh, it's so cute. Now take your front bottom panel, which is a lining piece, and we're going to lay those right sides together, centered. I didn't center. I didn't center on my pieces, guys. I failed. It's okay. Right sides together. And we're going to sew that together at the seam allowance in the pattern. You don't have big seam allowances here, so just keep that in mind. I need to get my hump jumper out. I honestly do not know where it is. I'm going to have to find it. Okay, so that's what you have. Now we're going to fold this down and top stitch on the lining piece with that seam we just created underneath. I am using a Text 80 variegated purple thread. That's from I think it's from Wizardry Stitchery. Okay. That's what you have so far. Isn't that cute? All right, next. All right, so you should have 4 pieces here. You should have your exterior slip pocket bottom, your front top, and your front bottom. Double-sided tape on all of them, and then you have a zipper. And I'm not putting my zipper pull on yet. But let's take the tape off here, and we're going to put this right sides down. Okay. Then we're going to take our front slip pocket lining and sandwich that together. These are both the same size, so that helps you. Okay, and then we're going to sew that together with the seam allowance in the pattern. I might have to put my zipper put on. This will be fine. Okay, then we're going to turn those wrong sides together. And top stitch next to that zipper. Okay. Beautiful. Okay. Now, take your lining piece and lay it right side on top. Hold on, just 1 second. Take your other lining piece. Take your paper off your tape, and we're going to lay those lining pieces right sides together on the opposite side of the zipper. So just like that. So underneath here is my lining. Then I'm going to flip it over, take my exterior piece, and lay that wrong side up on top of that zipper and stitch that together. Okay. Then we're going to flip this up with that seam allowance underneath and top stitch on top of here. It doesn't want to do that, so you might have to say, yes, you have to do that. Just like that. So pretty. All right. So there's your pocket. Now I'm going to put my zipper pull on. find it. Okay. Nice. Very nice. Now we're going to stitch our pocket together down here just at 1/8 of an inch. Alright. Perfect. So now you have a fully lined zipper pocket. Perfect. I don't want to open my zipper too far. Alright, next step. Alright, so take your front side panels and we're attaching those on either side of this panel that we just created. And we're going to sew those together and then we're going to turn and top stitch on the side panel. Alright, so now I'm going to add my other part of my magnetic snap here on that top part. And I am, because there's no interfacing here right now, I am adding a piece of Decaville. We eventually will add some stabilizer here, but not yet. Okay. Let's add little pieces of fleece to cover that. Don't ever throw these away. All these tiny little pieces of your stabilizer, especially the self-adhesive, it's so expensive and it really comes in handy. Okay. Let's get our flap and see how it fits. Perfect. Perfect. Oh my goodness. All right. Next step. All right, so let's take on that front bottom panel, we're going to add our bottom band. And just keep in mind there, it has a little flare to it and that goes up. You'll be able to tell because it'll fit better the other way. Fold that down and we're going to top stitch on the bottom band with that seam underneath. gosh, this looks so good. All right, now we're going to attach the front slip pocket lining. That's not it. This is the front slip pocket lining to this piece, right sides together. Mark your centers. And that goes right on top. Then we're going to turn that and top stitch. I have a little hangover here on the top here. I'm just going to trim that so it's even. Okay. This is one of those pieces that you cut on the fold. So if yours is too big, don't worry about it. Mine's just a little too big, so I'm not worried about it. Okay, we're going to sew that on. Seam allowance in the pattern. Turn that and top stitch on the lining piece with that seam underneath. Perfect. All right, now we're going to pull this down to the bottom and clip it in place. And do another top stitch. And I'm using these other clips because they just hold better than the hair clips. Okay. Okay, so just like that. Let me see what you can see. Yeah, just like that. I'm going to turn it right side up and top stitch here. Yep. This might have to be mine black. I know I say that all the time, but it's so pretty, and the purple is stunning. It's cleaning up some of those threads. Okay. So pretty. Okay. Now we're going to lay this on top of this piece. Right sides together, or actually just right on top. And there's again a little extra here, a little extra lining. I'm just going to trim that off. It's on both sides. You know, sometimes when you cut things on the fold, they end up being a little too big, and that's really normal. So don't be don't get worried about that because it happens to everybody. All right. Oh my gosh, this is gonna be so pretty. Let's clip this all together, centered. Yeah, I've got some extra there too. That's okay. The thing you want to make sure of is that it's even from the top. A little, let me see. Yep, let me clip it. And we're going to baste all the way around. Okay, perfect. Okay, so if there's any hangover on either side, I'm just going to trim that up. I just have a tiny bit here. All right, let me make sure I caught it all. Yep, okay. So there's your front pocket, you guys. So you have a huge slip pocket here and then a zipper pocket. Love it. Next step. All right, so the next step is we're going to start the back. So you need the back, bottom, top panel. You need the back, bottom panel. And you need the back zipper pocket lining. So you need all of those pieces. All right, so let's take the exterior back bottom panel, which is this one. And I've written everything on the back because if you don't, at least for me, you forget. All right, let's take our zipper. And we're going to put some tape on there. I'm going to try and use 1/8 inch today. Let's see how far I get. Getting the paper off. I'm going to wait to put my pull on. Oh my, that was beautiful. Okay, now take that lining and we're going to add that right on top. Okay. Oh yeah. That's good. No, wait a minute. That's not what I want. I want this one. Yeah, they should be the same size. All right, let's sew that together. Okay. Turn that over. And top stitch. Perfect. Okay. Now we are going to add the back zipper pocket lining. Back zipper pocket lining here on that top zipper, right sides together. And we're going to stitch that together. Okay, then you can, what's that? A little foo-foo there. You can baste all the way around those so that they stay together. Yeah. Oh, I just ran out of bobbin. Okay. I have another bobbin ready to go. Good thing it wasn't top stitching. Let's finish that. Oh, I can feel that I missed it in the back. Isn't that funny? Okay. Now we're going to add our sides, our back side panel. Again, these pieces are mirrored, and you want the straight edge here. on both sides. Okay. And turn that over and top stitch. Oh, zipper pull. Put your zipper pull on, Borb. Okay. I had basted that closed, so I had to open it up just a hair. Okay, let's try it now. Yeah, I'm gonna go just a little tiny bit more. Didn't quite get where I wanted it to. Yep, that's better. All right, now fold that over and top stitch. Okay, perfect. Now we're going to add our top and our bottom band. So let me find that bottom band. This is the top. Hold please. All right, so I had the bottom band and I added the top band. And the top band, make sure you put your line down. That's where we're gonna do the drop-in lining. So I'm just gonna do both of those. Make sure your zipper pull, there it is. Let's just do the bottom and then we'll do some top stitching. Okay. I'm going to turn around and turn my iron on. We need to put our interfacing on. All right, let's fold those over and top stitch. Something's not right there. What happened there? Oh, I missed it. Okay. Yeah, let's fix that. Okay. So I missed this side piece, so let me fix that. Hold on. All right. So I just, I had a little extra zipper tape there too, so I just cut that off. Yeah. Yep, loose threads everywhere. All right, let's do the same thing on the bottom band. Perfect. Very nice. There's a little thread right here that I need to cut. All right, there we go. A fully lined zipper. Love it. All right, now I'm going to turn around and I'm going to put my interfacing on this side and this side, and I'll be right back. All right, so now let's put our front and backs together. And I just use some Luxe Fuse. It's equivalent to Decaville Light, except it really doesn't wrinkle as badly. At least that's been my experience. It's from Got Interfacing. It's a little less expensive. I have a roll and I'm just about out of my roll, so. Okay. So you do want to try and match up your bottom seams. I was just looking at that. All right, let's sew those together at the seam allowance in the pattern. Okay, and then before I do anything else, I am going to put the tape along my top as well. It's a drop-in lining. It's much easier to do this now while it's fairly flat than to wait until you turn it or get your bottom on. Okay, there we go. Get that on there nice and secure. All right, next step. All right, so let's do the piping. So this is just the piece that she recommends, and then I just have some little smaller than a 1/4 inch piping. And I'm going to put some double-sided tape to keep it closed. I do have a piping foot, which really helps. It's a 1/4 inch piping foot. It's worth every penny. I don't remember how much it cost. I've had it for so long. I used to do a ton of piping on pillows and cushions, but I rarely do that stuff anymore. Although I'm getting ready to do some cushions for our front. We have 2 front chairs out front. And before Joann's closed, I got some fabric to do those cushions at like nothing. It was like practically zero. All right, here we go. Oh, this just really does such a nice job. See how pretty that is? It's just perfect. All right, let's grab our outside bottom. Our exterior bottom. And I do have some Decaville Heavy on there. I did not find my centers, so let me find my centers. And then we're going to clip that on. We will, on the corners, clip our piping to go around the curve. So if you haven't heard me say it before, you always, when you're clipping things to go around curves, you always clip the straight edge, not the curved edge. So this is the curved edge, this is the straight edge. We'll clip this. Okay. So, I'm just going to open this up a little bit because we're going to put them inside each other so we have a seamless piping. And I shouldn't have backstitched. That would have made my life easier. All right, let's do it. Clip that on. And I'll do this on fast forward. Okay, so when you get over here, feel for where your piping ends here. And that's where we're going to trim this piece to. Just like that. We're going to open this up and we're going to put that right inside. Now, you can, this is vinyl, so it would be fine to leave it. And I think I will because it's pretty thick. But probably typically I would fold that over. But this is so thick that it would just, it's not going to look good if I do that. So that's what it looks like. And we'll stitch all the way around. Okay. Let's do it. Let's start over here. I'm not even having to move my clips. That's funny. Perfect. Okay. That's pretty good. Now there's a little, some thread here, which I'm just going to take out. My basting stitch. There we go. All right, so we are going to put this inside, right sides together. And I'm going to clip all the way around. And I've already clipped my, actually I haven't clipped my straight edge, so let's just see. Matching your centers. It's actually kind of thick here. On the last one, I did not have to clip this part, so we'll see. It doesn't look like I will on this side. Okay, that's good. All right, let's see how this side goes. I didn't have to clip that edge, those round corners. I like it. Match my center. I don't have to do this side either. Huh. Honestly, that's the sign of an excellent designer. And my guess is she spent a lot of time getting these measurements just right. So you wouldn't have to necessarily clip. Let me see what you can see. Sorry, guys. Yeah, I'm not having to clip it at all. Man, that's something, really. Now, the challenge with my piping foot will be if I can feel it through all these materials. That's going to be, because it's a little bit thick. I think I can. We're going to try. Okay, let's give it a whirl. I'm going to do it like this. I'm trying to feel for my, yeah. Okay, here we go. Trying to get my hand in there. There we go. All right, so I turned it back wrong side out, and I got rid of, there was a tiny little pucker. I got rid of that, and then I just went around again, which made it a little tighter, and it looks 100% better. So take your time on piping. You know, it takes a little bit of time and effort. I'll just say that. So here is my front. Oh my goodness, and there's the back. And the front. It's really nice, and there's the bottom. It really looks good. This probably isn't a good one to do piping if it's your first go round of piping. Now I am going to fold this down. Only because it's not the easiest piping. There is easier piping. So now we're just going to fold our top down to get ready for our drop-in lining. And we're just folding it down to that line. And these side seams, you're going to want to just clip them so they stay down. The rest of it seems to be staying down pretty good. Yeah. There we go. All right. So now we're ready to do the lining. Let's put that aside and let's do our lining. All right, so I'm starting the lining, and I am doing an overlay, which is not in the pattern, but you could certainly do an overlay almost anywhere. And I am just going to lay that nice and centered. And I'm doing mine 1.25 inches down from this top edge centered. I did go ahead, oops. I did go ahead and put my tag on. And now I'm just going to stitch around the outside. And I will pull those threads to the back. Perfect. Now let's do our zipper. Pocket, right side up. And I don't have my pull on yet. Just basting that closed. Or flat, not really closed, but flat. Then I'm going to bring it up to the other side. Nice and even with my sides. That's not very even. Hold on. There we go. Better. Okay, then I am going to cut that. Let's put my zipper pull on first, though. Then I can determine which side is up and which side's down. Because it does matter. Yeah. So I want my zipper pull closing to the left. So we're going to fold it like this. And I want to, zipper pull's coming towards me, which is to the, and I'm going to cut that so then I can flatten out this side. Perfect. I'll show you what I mean about, there's a side of my zipper lining that is bigger than the other. It's kind of funny. I'm used to using text 70 now, and this text 80. I don't really like it. Okay, so my zipper pull is closing to the right. This is going to come down. Actually, it's going to come down like this so that the bottoms will match. I'm going to turn around and iron this real quick. All right, so I have my zipper. And I want my zipper closing to the left. This is the bigger piece because it's going to come down on the inside. I'm just going to add our zipper nice and even. Actually, our overlay. One side at a time. Perfect. Okay, now let's stitch around the inside. I'm going to go this way. Okay. Let's pull that to the back. My other stiletto's over at Thor. So I'm using this other one. All right. Perfect. All right, now that looks good. I'm going to turn it over, and this top piece is bigger, so we're going to fold that down, and it pretty well matches. I'm just going to clip it together. We don't leave it open because it's a drop-in. Okay, let's turn it right side up and stitch those closed. Perfect. Let's cut off our extra zipper tape. And burn those ends. Perfect. There is a little bitty thread right here. There we go. Nice. Next step. All right, so let's do our, we're going to do our zipper placket, and I already did the turn down 90 degrees. So you can see that. And then I did put tape on each end of my lining and my exterior. And we're just going to fold that down. We'll separate those as we go. This allows us, I really like this method, because it allows you to get it very even, because you can undo that tape and get it very even. Okay, so there we have those. Let's add some tape to one long end of each. Okay, just like that. Let's go ahead and do our little connectors. This vinyl is pretty thin. Not thin, really. It's a little soft. So I just put a piece of Decaville in between there. So now I'm just going to sew down each side. And we'll cut this in two because it's two connectors. All right. Perfect. There we go. Let's set those aside for just a minute. And let's do our zipper. Okay. So we'll put the exterior, and we're going to add that just shy of the edge. It's a tiny little pocket. Then we're going to add one of these right side down. And here's where we want to just make sure this right end is the same. And oh my gosh, it is. So I don't have to mess with my tape. Perfect. Let's sew that together. And I am going to trim, not my zipper tape, just my ends here, just to get rid of a little bit of bulk, just like that, on both ends. You might have to move, pull your double-sided tape up and out of the way. Don't trim your zipper. Try and not do that. So just like that. Really makes a difference. All right, now let's put those wrong sides together. And we'll baste and top stitch. Okay. Perfect. Let's repeat that on the other side. All right, so we are going to put our two lining pieces together. And sew down each side. Seam allowance in the pattern. So you're going to start at one and then finish with another. Yep. All right, grab your D-ring connectors. What did I do with those? These little guys. We're going to add these right sides together. Just like that. Oops. Close my yeah. Right sides together on both sides, centered on that seam. And then we're just going to baste those on. So the wrong side of your D-ring is up. Yeah, it feels weird. Works. On both sides. I'm not even sure why I clip those. Take the time to clip them because you just take it off. It's so small. Okay. And then we do want to add a little short little piece of tape to each right side of our D-ring connectors, because when we're ready, we're going to fold those down, and you want this little piece of tape on the right side. Okay. All right. So now take your zipper placket, and we're going to separate our zipper. Just make sure your end, and you can put a line, or just make sure your end is straight. Mine is pretty straight. There we go. So when you go to put it back together, it's nice and straight. All right, I'm going to start with my zipper on the inside here because I want my zippers to open and close the same way. Mark your zipper placket center, which I didn't do. Okay. Right side up, centered. Not very helpful, Barb. That just was not very helpful. Okay, and let's just base that on 1/8 of an inch. Oh, and I just completely missed it. How funny is that? Okay. Okay, there we go. We're going to add the other one the exact same way, and just make sure your start and stop of your zipper is the same. That's why I really do like to use these little clips, because it holds things where it's supposed to be. Okay. Base this one in place. I think I just ran out of bobbin. Oh my gosh, I'm going through a lot of bobbins because it's text 80. Interesting. All right, now we are going to take our lining contrast band, and we need to mark, I didn't do it yet, we need to mark, oh, I did it on one side, I just didn't do it on this one, for our turn down. Now, we are going to put these right sides together. Excuse me, I'm losing my voice. How's that possible? Right sides together. And we're going to stitch them at the seam allowance in the pattern on this short side. Let me see what it is. Yeah. Okay. Very important to follow your seam allowance. If you follow her seam allowance, it all comes together perfectly. Okay, then we're going to fold those over, and I'm just going to put a little piece of tape. And we'll top stitch on either side. This tape is really just to hold it in place until I get it top stitched. So just like that on both sides. Okay, get the tape off. And top stitch down each side seam. 1/8 of an inch. Okay, let's do the other one. Yeah. I used 1/8 inch double side tape. Doesn't really hold it. It'll be fine until I can get it done. Top stitched. There we go. See what I mean? All right. There we go. next up. Hi guys. So we're going to do the base. I just thought I'd give you a little different view for a few minutes. I'm going to add, whoops, yeah, that's right size together. Okay. Add your lining right sides together. And just keep in mind there is a little bigger seam allowance on the lining. And I did not have to, at least I don't think I did, clip the corners on this either. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. And it's not a bad thing if you have to. Yeah, I'm going to help you on that side. Yep, that side. Just a little. I think I did, actually. On the first one. All right, let's clip the straight edge. So you have a bigger seam allowance, so you have a little more give as far as the size of your clips. And I'm just going to be proactive and do it over here. And then we'll do this on fast forward. All right, let's move it down here. All right. Now we're going to add our top lining band. Center that. I did turn it right side out to do this part. Make sure you put this on with your line that you drew previously for the turn down on the bottom. Okay, before I do anything else, I'm going to add my double-side tape here while it's all straight and wrong side out. It's just easier, trust me, to do it when it's like this. Okay, let's make sure it's nice and stuck. Okay, let's sew this together. And then we'll move over to Thor. And I think this seam allowance, let me check it. Yep, okay. Okay, let's turn it right side out. Let's make sure it looks good. And we're going to top stitch. And I'm going to turn it wrong side out to do the top stitching. Alright, there we go. Top stitching is on the lining. And I'm just back stitching. You want that seam going down. Hold on. Okay. Oh dear. Almost there. I'm going to find my hump jumper. I'm needing it in certain spots. But, I mean, I'm almost done, so I guess it's kind of a moot point. Okay. Now, we will move over to my friend Thor. But I think I'll put my D-rings and my rivets in first. So let's do that. All right. So here are your D-rings. We're going to add our D-ring. And remember, we put a piece of double-sided tape on the front part, which is where you want it. Let me see what you're seeing. Yeah. So we're going to take that off, and we're going to fold that down just like that, and get it down as far as you can. And then we're going to add a rivet right there. Let me grab my hole punch. And I am going to do a little piece of Decaville Heavy on both of these. Because that doesn't have any interspacing on it. So I will add my Decaville right there. Okay, so that's what that looks like. I'll go press that, but I'll do the other one first. So here it is. Take the tape off, fold it down as far down as you can get it. Mark for your rivet. Make your hole. Put your stabilizer on. I would encourage you to do stabilizer. There's no stabilizer here. Let me go press those. All right, so we're going to fold down our lining. Same way. And I have Thor all threaded and ready to go. Okay. All right, let's grab our exterior. And that tape didn't really hold, but that's okay. I'm going to use these big clips. Prefer these. Let's put our lining down inside, and I want my zipper pocket in the back. Okay. Let's put these wrong sides together, matching your seam on both sides. That helps compress that seam too. And let's just clip it all the way around. And you want to just make sure that your zipper placket stays out of the way. I'm telling you, if you follow her seam allowances, it fits, the whole thing fits beautifully. Not surprising. Not surprising at all for a Shambala pattern. Sammy does a great job. Okay, I'm going to move the camera over to Thor. Here we go. Here I am. And I'm going to start, I'm going to pull the threads to the inside, but I'm going to start over here. In the back. Let me get those out of my way for just a second. Okay. Hold your threads. Take your time. Let me just clip that. Okay, I'm going to pull this thread to the back. It seems to be stuck on something. Oh, there it is. Okay. There we go. Okay. Oh, yeah. That's not good. Totally missed that right there. Not sure what happened, but we will fix it. I could tell something went right there. Yeah. We'll just have to make sure we go. I missed the lining altogether. Let me see if you can see. See, I missed that altogether. So what I will try and do is just go through my previous holes. Yeah. Happens. There we go. Okay. All right, let's reclip it. You know what I think happened? I think my D-ring got in the way. If you want to know the truth. I didn't really pay attention. And I think that's what happened. Take your time. When you have to do something like this, don't hurry, because you want to get it right the next time. I'm just saying. Here, let me get out of that. There we go. Ooh, drop it in the bag. You don't want to have to do it a third time, that's for sure. This right here, for some reason, got stuck. So let's just clip it good. All right, now. Yeah, I don't like that. There's some thread here that I need to get. There we go. There we go. Got it. Okay. There we go. All right, let's try it again, and let's get it this time. And I'm going to go ahead and just back stitch, just because I don't want to have to do it a third time. Let me make sure I get my needle. Here we go. Perfect. make sure your little D-ring is out of the way. I honestly think that was part of the problem. Yep, that was it. I think I got caught somehow. All right, better. Much better. Just throwing my threads on the floor. All right, let's burn some of that. So, oh my gosh, that's fine. Perfect. Okay. So there it is, right there. And we caught it this time. And I did back stitch, and that's okay. All right, let's put our, let me go grab my zipper end. Alright guys, here it is. I did put my strap end or zipper end on, and I attached my crossbody strap. So here it is. You have a zipper pocket in the front, a big slip pocket with magnetic snaps in the front. In the back, you have another huge slip pocket. You have a closure, zipper closure on top. And then on the inside, you have another zipper pocket and tons of room. The Brunette by Shambala. Very cute bag, very cute. It's not a quick sew. There are a lot of steps, there are a lot of pieces. None of which is really hard. I did do the piping on the bottom on this one, and it wasn't hard. I just went around twice. Sometimes you have to go around twice just to make sure none of your stitches are showing. So, very, very cute bag. The Brunette by Shambala. Thanks for watching. This one will be available on my website for sale. Thanks. Bye.